emergencies occur on the power grid, like the winter storm of 2021, SPP goes into what we call emergency operations. Emergency operations requires a tremendous amount of coordination between our members and other organizations, all who serve unique roles and responsibilities. For example, during the 2021 storm, companies that own generators had to prepare their generators to withstand winter conditions. Companies that operated those generators had to secure the fuel to operate them and determine their capabilities and limitations during the winter conditions. Companies that operated the transmission system had to determine the capabilities and limitations of the transmission system. Meanwhile, SPP collected all of this information and worked with our members to formulate a strategy to meet our customers' demand days in advance of the event. We also developed plans to respond to a variety of potential risk factors. Let's explore how this coordination might look in SPP's footprint for a cold weather event.
First, prior to the event, the National Weather Service issues a winter storm warning for a region in SPP's footprint. SPP then communicates the warning to our members and instructs them to start taking actions to prepare for the storm. In the meantime, SPP begins studying a variety of what-if scenarios to estimate the impact the storm may have on our footprint. We also begin collecting information from our members to determine their expected capabilities and limitations during the event. For example, how much power can certain transmission lines move during extreme cold weather? And will certain generators have fuel problems because of the cold weather, such as cold freezing or natural gas supply being limited because customers also have to use it to heat their homes?
Next, during the actual event, our members work to maintain system reliability by protecting equipment from adverse conditions, securing fuel to run generators, making adjustments to work around generators and transmission lines lost to the storm, and many others.
During this time, SPP is working with our members to ensure we have the power needed to meet customer demand second by second, continuing to run what-if scenarios and coordinating plans to work around lost equipment.
SPP continues monitoring and mitigating overloads on transmission equipment that may cause damage and loss of equipment, all while coordinating the efforts of our members and support with neighboring companies.
Finally, despite the best efforts of SPP and all of our members, there may be times when the grid worsens to a point where the only way to protect the system from a long, severe blackout is to cut power to a portion of customers in our footprint. This is an action that no utility ever wants to take and will do everything possible to avoid. In general, power may be cut to customers for three main reasons.
First, extreme high demand for power can cause local system voltage to decline to a point where equipment will turn off to protect itself from damage. In these instances, transmission companies in the SPP footprint may determine the only solution is to strategically cut power to customers in their local footprint.
Second, extremely high demand can also result in conditions where SPP cannot secure enough power from generators in our footprint to meet customer demand. In cases where we run out of power, the only solution may be to instruct our members to cut power on a rolling basis across our footprint until supply comes into balance with demand. By cutting power on a rolling basis, this ensures customers are not without power for too long, while protecting the system from a severe, longer-term blackout.
Third, conditions like we experienced during the 2021 winter storm can cause such heavy loading on the transmission system that equipment begins to overload and is at risk of damage. In other words, only so much power can flow over transmission lines and equipment. Too much power can lead to damage and even cause the overloaded equipment to stop working. SPP has a number of tools we can use to resolve these overloads, but when those tools have all been exhausted, it may be necessary to cut power in select areas to reduce the customer demand causing the overloads.
Managing the power system through extreme weather and other emergency conditions is an enormous task that SPP and our members take very seriously for our customers. And only as a last resort to prevent a longer, more extreme blackout do we consider cutting power to customers.